Hey, good morning, good afternoon again. Thank you for joining today's Code Without Barriers virtual meetup. And today's topic for the session is deploying a Dockerized AI app to Azure Container app using Azure pipelines. So today's speaker, we have PT Champtong, and you can call him Fee, and he is a Microsoft MVP and the MCT, and he also works as a senior consultant at MongoDB. So he's gonna take us to the topic, and he's gonna talk a little bit more about himself when he's presenting. And before we jump into the session, I just want to share that the session is recorded, and there is a certificate of participation at the end of it. So make sure you stick till the end of it and receive the certificate. And after concluding, you can join our community where we'll have more sessions and trainings completely free and where you can participate and upskill yourself. So make sure you join there and be part of the community. So that's it from my side, and I would like to give the mic to Fee to get started with the session.
Okay, thank you. So hi everyone. Um, Let me share my screen first. I want are you able to see my screen?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so hi everyone. My name is BT. You can call me Phi. Yeah, I'm uh, work as a senior consulting engineer at MongoDB Singapore. So today I would like to share my experience how to deploy the Dockerized AI application in Azure Container Apps using Azure Pipeline. So we just focus uh, how to make the automation deployment using Azure Pipeline. Okay, so and in in this section you can see the code on the GitHub, so you can follow and any suggestion you can ask me. Okay, all right. So we will start now. Okay. So the agenda is focused about what is the Azure DevOps and what is uh, the specific Azure pipeline and what is the Azure Container Apps. And also this is the demo. So we go to like a hand-on. So I will go to one by one each step so you can understand clearly. And also we have a record so you can go to in the record later on too. All right. So I go to the next. What is the Azure DevOps? Azure DevOps is the big brother of the GitHub system. So as you know that normally we use the Azure DevOps because of if we have the Azure subscription and we need to utilize the billing and we have to learn the collaboration integration about the pipeline or the DevOps feature, then normally the company will select Azure DevOps. So Azure DevOps is like a ecosystem for devs and operation integration. They are provide two categories for use for uses. For example, on-premise and Azure Cloud. So if you would like to install on-premise, you need the license. But if you would like to use Azure Cloud Service, which we will talking about focus on Azure Cloud Service, it is like a free and include, I mean, free limitation, and you can uh, extend more feature or more advanced utilization by pay as you go. So this is the Azure DevOps. So Azure DevOps currently provide 6 services under Azure DevOps services. The first one is called Azure Boards. Azure Board is similar like a GitHub. If you are familiar, like a GitHub or the web board, GitHub discussion or the web board is similar, the same. So Azure Boards is seem like the place that the dev and all the engineer or the stakeholder talk together about the software development or deployment or the issue. So this is like a called the Azure Boards. The next one is called Azure repos. Repo is stand for repositories. So the repository is mean like you can use like a keep the source code or source revision anything about the version control. It's similar to GitHub that I think uh, maybe someone familiar with that. But this is for the Azure DevOps, they have their own. It's called Azure Repos. So you can make the repository, you can create pull requests, commit anything the same and similar to GitHub. The next one that we will focus today is called Azure Pipelines. Azure Pipeline is the enterprise uh, DevOps that you can make like a deployment. I mean, build and deployment automation from the coding in, into the production release is called Azure Pipeline. It's similar to GitHub Action, but uh, is was born before GitHub. So it's called Azure Pipeline. So we will focus in detail later on. Okay. And the next one is called Azure Test Plan. Azure Test Plans is the feature that you can do like, for example, you can create the test case or the checklist in Azure Test Plan. And when Azure Pipeline running and run the feature test framework, any test framework like a PyTest or Node.js test or anything testing, and then we can see the report and the checklist integrate into the Azure Test Plan. So you can see the plan, and you can see that uh, each checklist is pass or fail. Okay, and this one is called Azure Artifact. So Azure Artifact is like when you build, for example, if you use the JavaScript or any JavaScript framework like React, uh, Vue.js, or another one, and then normally when we build, we will get from the JavaScript, will we build and compile, and the output will be HTML static, right? So normally we can keep the folder or the output into artifact, and we can refer in artifact for the any version. So it's easy for us that to like recheck or reference back to see any build output. And also the last one on the service right now is called GitHub Advanced Security for Azure DevOps. Because of Microsoft bought GitHub, right? And GitHub have many features. So we try to include the advanced security feature into Azure DevOps. So you can like a enhancement, the existing Azure DevOps include the advanced security. Okay. So this is like an overview of the Azure DevOps. All right. Okay. Then we go to the next. Okay. And right now, from 6 service, we will focus the main topic today is called Azure Pipeline. What is the Azure Pipeline? Azure Pipeline is like uh, for my for my understanding and my opinion is called like a deployment workflow. Like you can build and test and publish in terms of the make the deployment workflow, and each part each part of the flow you can check and approve for each state. So this is like a pipeline. Okay. And Microsoft provide free tier for limitation. Like if you use the Microsoft host instead of using on-prem, you can use like a 1,800 minutes per month for CI/CD pipeline. And also you can deploy the agent if you would like to use your own computer to make the agent. You can host the one job agent for unlimited per month, but you can use only one node for build and deploy your code and application. This is for free tier with limitation. Okay, this is like a pipeline. So the pipeline you can make like a app proof. You can create the team can app proof for each step. For example, if you create the web application, use the React and Node.js for API and website, right? So normally you have to build the React separate from the build the Node.js. So we can create the same pipeline that is okay. You need to deploy the web front end first, and then if you web create web front end finish complete, then you know the trigger to another API to build something like that. So you can like make the flow completely smoothly. And then for each tab, you can ask the testing to check the test case or run test in parallel. And also you can uh, include the software development manager to approve for release or team lead for release. If compile and build and test everything uh, pass for each step. So this is like a workflow and can approve it. And also Azure Pipeline, they are provide two types. The first one is called Classic Editor. Classic Editor is mean like you can uh, you can use GUI like a UI drag and drop instead of the typing or put write the code syntax. And the other one is called like a YAML file. So it's similar GitHub action that you need to write some declarative syntax. It's YAML file. So this is like two categories for create the pipeline in Azure pipelines. Okay, but we can show you later on. Okay, and today we will focus the one service that normally this is like the easy service for software development is called Azure Container Apps. What is the Azure Container App? Azure Container App is seem like a container app or Kubernetes, but it's like a smaller, and we can leverage or control the cost easily. And also they provide like a free monthly free limitation, like a first, if you see it's called like a how many CPU running in second, or how many bandwidth to use in gigabyte per second, and the number of the requests, 2 million requests. So it's like a cloud native platform. So that means under the Azure Container App is like a Docker container compatible, and also you can leverage by use the open source to like a Kubernetes event driven for auto scaling. This is like a container or the Dockerized. So why it matter? Because of Azure Container App is provide fee for us to run like a hobbies or small project that you can leverage before you move to the bigger one called Azure Kubernetes uh, service. So you can learn container apps, and it's deploy easy and still use the Docker inside like a Docker container. So you can do it and easy for maintenance. and scaling right now, and the cost is cheaper than AKS compared to that. Yeah. So that's why I provide Azure Container App for this topic. Okay. Okay. So I think we so right now, as you know that we know like Azure, yeah, Azure Pipeline and Azure Container App. So I think it's better that we go to in detail about how to use the AI application. So for this demo, I have the code that I wrote it already, the simple one. Use the Python application. So I think it's better I use the Flex framework and then use the Steam Steam it to make the chat, right? So write a chat AI application. The flow it seems like when you use the Visual Code, which is I show you that I use the code space, GitHub code space for the development, and then I put code into GitHub repo. And then after that, when I put GitHub repo, it will trigger to Azure pipeline to build the Docker image and push the image into uh, Azure Container Registry. Azure Container Registry is similar the Docker Hub. It's like the hub that you uh, place the image that you build already in there. But this is for Azure content for Azure. And then after that, after build, then we just update or push the changing into Azure Container Apps. So Azure Container Apps will update the new image and then refresh the page. Okay. So this one is called like a workflow deployment. Okay. So so that means before we start, we have to prepare uh, 4 things that we need to know. In this topic, I will show you the container registry, container app environment, container apps for web and API, and Azure Open AI, which is I use the GPT-4 for use the chat complete. Okay. And also the Azure pipeline tasks, I will focus this thing, but we start first the preparation. Okay. Let me show you the this one. Okay. So I just example this from start. We need to create the Azure container registry. This one. Okay. In the Azure container registry, which is like we just create and then we will get the Docker URL here, like a Docker registry URL here. So normally when we build and then we just build image from Docker file and then push the image to save into registry here, then you can click the repository here and it will become show you the how many repository inside this registry. For example, if I click API, I have two API, right? So I have like a API and also you have to make the tag. The tag is mean like a header that show oh which version, how many version. But in this case, I don't put like a version V1, V2, VT or listed. But for uh, for communication easy with the Azure Container Apps, then I just put the commit ID. Okay, that's why I put the text hashtag is like a commit ID instead of like a V1, V2 or V1.1. Okay, so this is like a API and web. Okay, this is what I prepare already. So you just create Azure Container Registry. How to create is easy. So you just type in container registry, and then when you click here, then you just click create, and then you just put the resource scope and the name. The name is like a unique global. That means this is like all the member, all the account in Azure need to different, not duplicate. Okay, so this is like for example, and then for me, I can use the basic one, which is the the cheaper one. Okay, and then you just create. This is the easy one. Just put the front, and then you can review. For example, then if I put like a something like this, and then you just um, okay, like this. Okay, for example, and then you can click review, and then just validate and click create. But in this case, I just show you how to create, but I not create because I already create. Okay, this is the first one. Okay, this is the first one. So the second one is container apps and environment and container apps, which is we need to create apps and then we just get the environment. Okay, so I show you here. So we just like typing container apps. Okay, so we have, you see, have environment and apps. Here you can go to environment first, and you can create this one we cannot create because we it will show automatically after you create the first time of the container apps. So we go to the container apps. Okay, this one. So I just click create the container apps, and then it will show the last one that you create or not. Okay, this is the the name. So you just put in the name. Yeah, something like, for example, I show you here. If you like here, and then resource group here, and wait, something like this, and then you just tell, oh, we use the container image from container registry, and then you just use this and use the same, and then when you do next, it said, okay, you which container you would like to use from Azure Container Registry, then it will show automatically the URL of registry, and then you can select the image and then the tag, but the tag will change later. Yeah, and then you can choose the spec and blah 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 here. For example, you use, and then you can go to the next. What is the ingress? If you go to the container, the ingress is mean like a container apps normally is like a black box, so cannot access from the internet outside. Only access internal of the same container app environment. So you have to like enable, and then you just click limit to talk inside or just from everywhere. If you would like to use this container app for access from the user, internet user, then you have to click access from anywhere first, and then you can enter the port. That this is port is mean like an internal port, but we will link to the active port like a public internet port later. So this is, you have to put this one if you would like to do like a access from outside. Okay, and then you can click review, for example here. Yeah, this is the same, and then you click create, but I have already create. Okay, so I show you what I create. I create API and web. What is different? The API I make it from the flags, Python flags that need port number 8080. So I need to put port number 8080 like an internal, and then public to this URL. Okay, and also if I click on the web I use the stream which is like a chat UI framework easy for Python. So I have to use the default port. It's called 8501. This is the default port. Okay. So this is what I prepare. Okay, I prepare already. And then the last one for the service that I need to prepare first is called Azure OpenAI. Azure OpenAI, I use this part, which is normally we need to make the key and endpoint here. And also the Azure OpenAI is like a AI service, but it's called Azure AI Foundry. So when you click AI Foundry, you can learn about how to create the model and it's called Playground. So you can test Playground for any model. So the first thing when I come here, I go to the deployment and I create the deployment model that I would like to do. So in this case, I create the GPT-4o for uh, chat complete that I make the chat API. Okay. And then after that, we can use the playground here to test. And also it's easy because you can click the view code and you can see any code here. I mean, you can copy the code and modify. So you not need to start coding library for Azure AI Foundry from scratch, but they have the template for you. So it's easy to use. So I just use it and copy in the code. Okay. So this is all the thing that I prepare. Okay. So I prepare. Okay. Then I have to go back here. This one. So I use when you go to my repository, you can fork it. Okay, I show you here first. Okay, so my repository, here, this one. I will update some part if you comment. So we just like you can fork it and then you can kick code and you can create the code space. So I use code space. It's easy because GitHub code space is like uh, anywhere IDE for software development inside like a Visual Studio Code. So I just use it many things so easy for me. It support Ubuntu. It support normally it support the Ubuntu and Docker image. Okay. Okay. So I just open it. So this is like what after you fork it, you can see anything, and then this one I just make the template that ready for deployment. So when you use this one, you can read in the README also that I just put something that you can work with. And I just show you what is how to work it, right? So for example, if I found it already and then install the normally is install everything already from start. And then we can go to like run the API first. I show you just run API, cd API, right? And then in the README, I put already code that you can run it. You just copy, okay, and then enter. Okay, then I just make public. Yeah. So right now, what you see when you use the code space and you run this, you see the port tab, right? So the port tab will show you that you can click the icon like a worldwide icon here. This one, worldwide icon. So you can open. Yeah, that's that's what I would like to see. So that means it's like a public for Cospace. This is the first one. And then the next one is run by this API, this command. So I just go to the terminal tab and then click the split here. Okay. Yeah, and then I just put sim here and then enter. Oh, sorry, because we have to go to cd. Yeah, go to web first. Okay, and run again. Okay, so we can run and we make the public here. And then after that, we back to the port tab. And then we see that it's like a chat UI, right? So we click here. It said, oh, you have to make like a public or not. This is for, I have to mention this is for the development, but it's easy for us to develop. So just click continue. Yeah, and then go like a website. So it's like a talk to the API. So this is the front end, talk to the back end. Okay. And I would like to test something because when if you read into README, they said we need to create the env file, but I cannot open because this is like a have a secret file. So you just put the token and then put everything here, token, endpoint, and deployment name, which is come from here. When you click view code, uh, oh, sorry, you can this is not show exactly because when you would like to see, you have to go to the model name here. This is the model name. Okay, so you can copy the model name and URL that come from FYOI. This is the name of the URL. So you have to put the endpoint and then the token that generate to use it. Okay, so this is I put already. So we just test first that we need to test before we deploy. So you have to typing to ask this word, what is Microsoft Azure Container Apps? Okay, I just test it now. Okay, so we just send. Okay, it will come here, and you can check what you can check if you click on terminal. You see that it's called post already. So we assume that is read your message it go to. This is what we can check in the GitHub code space when you would like to make it like a development environment for you. Okay, so this is what I did. So then, okay, it's ready to deploy. After that, what we're gonna do? We have to stop first. Okay, okay, and then I prepare the Docker file for build image. This one I have a Docker file for build image. The next step we will focus the main topic today is called the pipeline. Okay, so you can create the Azure pipeline for free, and after you create Azure pipeline for free, then you create one project. So right now I create one project is called I show you this one. Okay, just a second, please. Okay, so then I just create a new project here, and then I put the name, and you would like to say with the name, and then description, and you would like to private or public, you can choose. And after that, it's come here. After come here, then we will go to the next slide here. What we need to prepare for the deployment, build and deployment pipeline. The first one, we need to make the connection between the container registry or Azure or GitHub. Okay, because of our source code uh, is on the GitHub. Okay, so we just need to go to the project setting, and then we just click the service connection, which is I create everything already. So you just create new service connection, for example, and then you click Azure Resource Manager. The first one, we need like a connection to link to manage Azure service. So we just click here, and then you can choose like automatically service. and then it will load subscription and make you automatically. So this is like a automatically easy to do that. So you just learn and then choose this one. So this maybe take longer time, but I prepare already. This one is called like a Azure Resource Manager, the first one. The second one is like a link GitHub. So we can manage link GitHub. I will show you later. And the last one is like a link to the Docker registry. If we create it, you see that it's linked the registry that run on the Azure container registry in my account. Okay, for this one. So this is like a GitHub. So this is for the link repository. So you can link it, because if you not link it, you cannot pull the code. So this is what we need to do. Okay, this part. And after that, we go to the pipeline. Okay, like a pipeline here. So we back to the icon pipeline here, and we click pipeline. Okay, okay. But before we go to the pipeline, if you see in the README, they said we need like a environment, right? So environment, if we use one environment for many pipeline, like a front end, if we separate pipeline for front end, pipeline for back end, then you need to create like a one center of the environment. In the Azure pipeline is called library. Okay, library is, they have like a library, a variable group that you can put the variable group in the center for share across the all the pipelines. So in this case, I just put the name that I need to share to all the pipelines in my one project. So it's better to make like a center for reuse and sharing. So just put everything here, and you can also put the lock that make this like a secret value, like a token, like a username, password. You can make token. So if you make token, another one cannot see it. So this is what we can do. Okay, and also the pipeline can link to the Azure Key Vault. Azure Key Vault is a key management service in Azure. So it's like a make secret, make everything secure. Okay, so you create the library here, and then after that you back to the pipeline. Okay, so I create one pipeline. I show you the first one. When you create the new pipeline, it will ask you where is your code, and normally that I told you in the previous slide, they are provide two categories. The first one is like a classic editor, which is will focus that you can see easy how to make. And also, if you familiar with like a GitHub Action or coding or programming style, you can choose the YAML file, which is you have to typing everything first. Okay, so that's why in this case I can use by like a use the classic. Okay, and after you use the classic, they ask you which source code. So we can click GitHub, and then I have it already. So it's like a kicks, and then you can choose the main. Okay, and after that they ask, oh, you would like to apply like a programming style configure. But for the beginner, I recommend that it's easy for you to start with like a um, empty job, or you would like to deploy anything, they have like a template for you. So easy for you to choose template. Which one you would like to deploy, you can choose it. So I show you just like an empty job first. Okay. After you create empty job, you see that pipeline run on Microsoft host is free limitation. So you can select the agent OS. So you can choose you would like to run. If you would like to compile iOS app, you can choose the Mac or Ubuntu or Windows. In this case, I use the Ubuntu. Okay. Then, then after that, the agent job is mean this is like a provision the host for job to running your source code. And if you would like to add the task, you click icon plus here, and then we become for the first. So it's like a it's easy to do that. For example, if I would like to do Docker, I would like to build Docker. I just click Docker, click add, and then when click add, you have to use easy for you to make it like a container registry. I have one command. You need like a build and push command, or just build, or just log in, or just push. You can select. So it's like it's easy to adjust, and you can select the path, the Docker file by pop up and go to this. For example, if I use the API, then I click here, okay, and then come back. And also we can like a make easy by put the context. You can put here context from API. For example, you can do that like this. Okay, so this is easy to start learning about how to make the pipeline simple first before you go to end. And also when you do this part, uh, I have one already, so I just show back to the one. So this one, when I can edit here, I click edit, right? Okay, yeah, I put many things, and if I put many things already, I can see the YAML style by click on agent job, and you click on view YAML file, which is have the content that need. After that, you can copy and save. So in my repository have like this part Azure pipeline, which is that I do by drag and drop first, and then I can export and put here. So we can import this one to another project too, or you can do this in here. Okay, so this is like a first, and I would like to go to a little bit about how to solve some problem issue that you might have for Azure pipeline. The first one, because of env, if you see environment file, normally we not include in the repos because of this. Sometimes it's like a secret, right? But when we build the image, we need .env. So in this case, I would like to create .env when I build the pipeline. So I just put the tag called command line tag. Command line tag is like a command bash script or shell script. It can do anything. So actually, I just put the code something like it. So I just create, yeah. So just create the file, and then I put the secret key library into this. Okay, so this is easy way to do that. And also, if how can I link between library group into our pipeline? You can click on variables here, and then variable groups, and then you can link. After you link, you can see this is included into your pipeline. So this is useful when you have many pipeline and you need to use the same variable for each pipeline. So this is useful for you. Okay, so this is what, so I can create this one, and you can use the Python put here, and then we can install the Python and log in first, because we need to log in container, and then we just build. So the build, we just put the Docker file, everything, and put the version here. This is the system variable. Is called build source version. Build source version equal to commit GitHub commit ID. So I would like to use the GitHub commit ID to tag into my image. when I change something and I need to build a new image. Okay, so I just put like a image push deploy, and then after that I use the command line. For me easy, I use the command line. It's called Azure command line to update the container apps by using the new image in container registry. Okay, so this is one what I did. So this is like a API deploy and web. And also after you save, you can click on the the trigger. The trigger is mean you would like to make continuous integration. Continuous integration, it means when you change the code, you need to pipeline to build the new source code and upload and update your application or not. If yes, you click enable. If you click on batch change, that means it will be run, it will be in the queue and wait to running again. So this is the option. Okay, and also you can validate by pull. But right now I just show you that I just need like a, if I commit or push the code, then this pipeline will be running again. I don't know, I don't want like a pull request, but I think this is for the big team or your team style. You need to use the pull request also. Okay, this is the trigger. Okay, if you not do anything, the pipeline not running. If you push the new code, you have to run manually. Okay, so after that, when you run this part, I show you later, you can you can see that the detail inside. They have, you can see the each step, what each step do. You can see information here. So this is like a log. You can see the job log for each running. So I think this is one is easy to see what's wrong, what fail. Okay. Yeah, so this is what I did. Then I show you in the, so normally we hopefully that it will be uh, working. Okay, so I just change this one from revision 1 to revision 2. Okay, so we check first. Okay, I go back I go back here, and then I go to the website. Okay, I go to the website and I check my website first. That will show revision 1, and also I back to the API to see that it show revision 1 2. This is I prepare before. Okay, and so sometimes it just take some time. Okay, so then I go back to the my code and change from 1 to 2. Okay, from 1 to 2. Okay, and then I save, and then also chat UI I change from 1 to 2. Okay, okay, and then I just uh, okay, so I just add, and then just like a update revision 2, and then commit. Oh, that's it. Yeah, this is show 1, right? You see together 1 and then show 1, right? So we just see how it's work, and pipeline not running yet. Okay, and then after that I just sync. Okay, we waiting a little bit. We say how to workflow better after you commit code. Actually, let me check, click here. Okay, it's run revision 2, right? Because the commit name is revision 2, but you can adjust this later. The Azure pipeline allow you to do that. And also you can click here. You can see that we have only one job because it is free audio. Yeah, you can see that it start already, like env file here, and then go to this part. Okay, it's just like take some time, and then finally we will uh, we can see revision 2. We expect to see revision 2. Okay, so just a second. And then, yeah, so this is all the introduce of the focus of the Azure pipeline that you can leverage focus to deploy the Dockerized application. So for example, this is because this is take some time to build, right? So to build and push the code here and then the deploy. So just a second. So it's just like take some time. Okay. So this is the reference that I use it, and this is my repo. Yeah, and also I wrote some book for the um, Azure pipeline. So you can, yeah, if you have time, you can take a look. Okay, while we waiting, that's right. So just wait a little bit. I have to check first that it take maybe 2 minutes. It's about 2 minutes to finish. Okay, so just yeah. So you can see that oh, my API. You can see that my API tag already in about the commit ID. Okay, yeah. So just take a bit longer. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Build push already. Okay. And then this is build faster because this is just the website. And then deploy API. When deploy API, you can see the API here. In the container apps, you have the menu called, you can see the menu revision and replica, which is normally it will be update after deploying. You can see, but let me check first. It's still deploy, not finished yet. Yeah, and I have to keep refresh. Yeah, I keep. Yeah, you can see the the good thing of the Azure Container Apps. You can see that it will be like a seamless changing because the first one running, but the other one activating. If fail, it will still use the running one. If something wrong, it not go to. So this is what. So it just it start refresh until activating finish. Yeah, so this is finished already. So we have to see that okay, the API activating, not finished yet. So just keep see, not finished yet until activate already. Okay, so just a second. So this is good for Azure Container App that you have like a traffic to allow, or you can see you can make the scaling. Replica is scaling worker for load for working scale working load. So just a second. Yeah, after running, you see that the old one it will be deprovision. That means we can expect to see number two. Okay, to see number two here. And also for the chat UI, I can expect to see number two. Okay, yeah. So yeah, this is what I would like to show you in hand-on. Yeah. So thank you for your attention. Any questions? Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Fee, for the session. I think no major questions. Let's give them a few minutes if they have any um questions that they can
Oh,
type it up.
Okay, so I saw in the chat because I don't have time to see the chat. Oh, code editor. Yes, I show you that code editor is like a visual code. I mean GitHub code space. Yeah, it's called GitHub code space. Yeah. Our portfolio. I'm not sure I understand correctly. Yeah, about the deploy. Which I mean the portfolio. Which portfolio website? Yeah. Can I use the question? Next one is can I use same process for deploying app in Azure? Yes, you can do the same thing on AKS, Azure Kubernetes Service. Yeah.
Is there any other question?
Yeah, any other questions?
So Ravindo
Ah,
is asking if, go ahead, go ahead. I was thinking you.
okay. Yeah, Azure OpenAI is not free, but I mean you can leverage use another AI by like on local. I mean you can use another model for free to do that, but OpenAI not free. Yeah, yeah. Next time I show you how to deploy on or run on the Olama on a local model. Yeah. Any other question? Can we do this? Use AWS? Yes, you can do. You can do it with AWS Bedrock or another. Yeah. Oh yes, I think you can do that. And if you would like to link to me, you can find me in the LinkedIn. Yeah, you can find me. Yeah, I have happy to connect with you guys.
I think we went over all the
Okay.
question. We are on time. Okay, I also shared the certificate link for the session. Thank you all for joining, and I have shared a lot of sessions that are upcoming, and there are prices for you to be joining. Hackathons are there, and yeah, just check out the links that I shared, and I hope to see you guys in the upcoming sessions as well. And again, thank you, Fee, for taking the time to come into the session and share all your knowledge. Really appreciate that. I hope to see you again next year in another session.
Yeah,
Thank
okay.
you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you everyone. Happy Christmas. Yeah.